All right, yo, what's good, everybody? So I'm gonna do a little psychology video. I'm gonna do it in obviously a video format, so you guys can save this video to your phone, and whenever you need to go back to it, you can just have it saved in your camera roll, whatever the case might be. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about trading psychology, and there's a few topics we could discuss. If you guys have any other topics that you'd want me to discuss on any other day, I'm gonna try and post maybe one of these every other day, so then you guys can understand really how I have a perspective of the market, and just kind of take a peek into my last few years of trading psychology and what I've been able to obtain over time, right? So I got asked a question yesterday, and especially now that we in the signal room are in a losing streak, right? Go back into back test the couple last months of the signal room, and you'll see every single month is profitable, and this is the roughest month that we're having so far. So right now, currently I'm down like 4 or 5%. Luckily, GJ did make back some of the loss from the last few trades. I ended up closing at about a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio, which was TP2. But what I wanted to discuss today was, somebody asked me, what are the most important things to you when it comes to trading? Is it your win rate? Is it your risk management? Is it your trade psychology? Is it your, I believe he also said your technical analysis. So when it comes to me and my trading, right, I have a pedestal of what I find to be the most important things when it comes to trading. Ignore the dog in the background, she's drinking water. But when it comes to me and my trading, the most important thing, number one, is risk management. That is what's going to keep your account alive during periods of losing streaks. Because again, every single system, doesn't matter what system you're trading, doesn't matter if you're a discretionary trader, a scalper, swing trader, a position trader, a day trader, you're going to go through a losing streak, right? And this is something that obviously I've realized over the last few years of trading. And not just that, this is something that's very well known. If you're not just gambling in the markets, right, then every single system, every single trader has a period of drawdown, meaning that they're losing more trades that they're winning, and that might just be due to the system, that may be due to the market conditions. It really depends. There's multiple factors to that, and the only way to survive these losing streaks, right, is through your risk management. So risk management is number one. Then comes what? You want to get on the talk too? Right, then comes risk to reward ratio. Risk to reward ratio to me is the second most important thing. Why? Because I don't care if I lose 2-3 trades in a row, as long as one trade can make that entire losing streak back, then that's what's more important to me overall than just kind of consistently winning trades with a lower risk to reward ratio, right? So on top of that being said, risk to reward ratio is going to be the second key factor to me. What's on the top 3 of my trading list of what's the most important aspects when it comes down to trading is going to be, again, risk to reward ratio. Everyone's going to manage this differently. Typically, scalpers will have a higher win rate. Sure, they might win 60, 70, maybe even 80% of the time, but the risk to reward ratio is very poor. It's about a 1 to 1, 1 to 1.5. Even though those are acceptable risk reward ratios, typically, if you look at my trades, most of the TPs I send multiple take profit levels. The last few TPs will be the higher risk reward ratios. Those are the ones I typically like to aim for. They don't always play out, right? But that's why we have a lower win rate in terms of those higher TPs, and then we have a higher, obviously, risk reward ratio, right? So again, it's really all comes down at the end of the day to your personality and what you like when it comes to trading, because again, you have to trade to what you like and what fits with your personality. Some people may want to win more. Some people may not care as winning as much as the next person, right? Some people rather just have a higher risk reward ratio. So it's kind of like a pros and cons. It's kind of like okay, do you want to trade for a higher risk reward ratios, meaning that every 1% that you're risking, you're looking to gain 2, 3, 4%, or do you just want a higher win rate, meaning that you need to kind of fill your ego and you need to win a little bit more? Sure, you could do that, but then your risk to reward ratio is going to be sacrificed, regardless of the fact. It comes hand in hand, right? You're not really going to see a trader who makes, who has a 75% win rate and their risk to reward ratio is at a 1 to 3, 1 to 4 on every single trade. It's just not going to happen. Why? Because the longer you hold trades, the more open to risk you are. It's very simple. So it's kind of like, okay, you kind of have to pick and choose. Do I want a bigger risk to reward ratio per trade, or do I want a better win rate? So, if you go with the better win rate, then, your risk to reward ratio is going to suffer a little bit. If you go with the risk to reward ratio, then your win rate is going to suffer a little bit. Last but not least, right, again, top priority is risk management, then comes risk to reward, then comes win rate. Win rate to me has never been something that's super important to me because I've always focused more on the risk to reward ratio. Like I said, I'd rather risk 1% to gain 3%. And if that, if I take, 2-3 losses in a row, as long as one trade can make back those 2-3 losses, then I'm perfectly fine with that. I've had trades where I've lost, 4 trades in a row and one trade has made that back plus more. And that's just how I've been trading over the last few years. So hopefully you guys kind of understood, what I look at when it comes down to the markets, because I'll always take a trade where I see we can at least gain 2 or 3% on that position alone. So, if you guys have any other topics you'd want me to discuss, just send me a DM, send me a Telegram message if this helped you out. Also send me a message and I will talk to you guys later. In terms of, the current signals and what's going on in the markets. Markets has been super choppy, as you could see. Gold didn't move yesterday. GJ flew to our second take profit, then came back to break even. So markets have been super choppy recently. This is a time where if you're not managing a risk, you're going to blow your account, right? Simple as that. Markets aren't always going to be trending. We're not always going to be making money in the markets. And, that's the con of being a day trader, if that's how you want to put it, right? But again, that's made up for when markets are trending, we can make a lot of money, right? So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully you guys do save this video if you found it to be a little bit more, how do I put this? Giving you a little insight on, how trading psychology works. But at the end of the day, right, it all comes down to you as an individual and your experience in the markets and how you want to experience in the markets, right? You want to have a better time. You really want to know how to be in the markets for a long period of time. It really comes down to risk management. So anyways, again, if you guys did enjoy this video, you want me to do more of these videos, send me a private message letting me know. And also send me a message with new topics that you'd want me to discuss and cover. Anyways, I'll talk to everybody soon.